Chapter 10. Home again. 2 hours, 0 seconds, Jacob announced. We were back at school. We landed outside near the picnic tables. We did it. Bo did a little happy dance. I joined Bo in the dance. Zach gave high fives to everyone. I knew we could do it, he cheered. I thought you wanted to get a dog instead, I said. I never said that. Zach winked. I'm allergic to dogs. We all laughed. We had done it. We had fixed history by convincing Abraham Lincoln not to quit. Let's go tell Mr. Carruthers, Jacob suggested. Bo, Zach, and I followed Jacob into the building and down the hall. The door to Mr. Carruthers's classroom was open. We're back, Jacob told him. Mr. Carruthers was sitting at his desk. He was grad.ing papers. He took off his glasses. So you are, he said slowly. Shall we see how did? We dash Bo began. Mr. Carruthers put a finger over his lips. Shoo, don't tell me. Come here, Abigail. Mr. Carruthers moved to the side. He handed me a big book. I read the title out loud, The People Who Shaped America. Turn to page 104, he told me. I flipped through the pages. There it was, a paint-ing of Abraham Lincoln. He was sitting at a small table. 7 men were sitting near him. I immediately recognized William Seward and Edwin Stanton. This is a picture of President Lincoln's executive cabinet, I said proudly. Yes, it is, Mr. C confirmed. Read the caption, Abigail. Mr. Carruthers pointed to the words below the picture. The first reading of the Emancipation Proclamation before the cabinet, I read. An engraving based on the 1864 painting by Francis Bicknell Carpenter. I looked down at the picture and felt really good. You saved history, Mr. Carruthers said. I could tell he was very proud of us. I couldn't stop smiling. I saw my paper sitting on Mr. Carruthers's desk. I thought about what I'd written. What if we hadn't been able to convince him? What if Abraham Lincoln quit and never issued the Emancipation Proclamation? Luckily, we'd never know. Jacob handed Mr. Carruthers the computer and cartridge. Mr. Carruthers? There was something I needed to know. You said that each of us has a special skill. I took a deep breath and bravely continued. Jacob is great with computers. Zach can run really fast. Bo loves to read. But what about me? Why am I part of the team? Mr. C simply grinned. We need you, Abigail, he said, because you are curious. I couldn't help but smile. Well, then, I do have a few questions, I said with a laugh. In fact, I think we all have some questions. We all started talking at the same time. Where did the computer come from? I asked. Where did you get the cartridge? Bo interrupted me. What would have happened if we ran out of time? I interrupted Bo. How did you know Abraham Lincoln quit? Zach interrupted me. Have all your what-if questions been true? Jacob interrupted Zach. I interrupted everyone. Do you only time travel on Mondays? Then, before anyone else could speak, I asked another one. Is that why your clothes are always messy on Mondays? And another. Why aren't our clothes messy too? Mr. C began to laugh. He leaned back in his chair and folded his arms behind his head. You don't need to know everything today, he said with a wink. Your questions will all be answered in good time, he laughed a little harder. Besides, he said, it's time for you kids to go home. I know for a fact that you have homework. Look, Zach said suddenly, pointing out the classroom window. Isn't that Mom's van? Jacob squinted past Mr. Carruthers. Yeah. What is she doing here? She's early. She isn't supposed to come until Jacob looked at the watch. It's 5 minutes after 5 o'clock. We're 5 minutes late. Zach said, smacking his forehead. Did we lose 5 minutes somewhere? I asked, thinking about how Mr. C was late to class every Monday. Is that another one of the computer's glitches? Mr. Carruthers put his glasses back on. Nah. He shook his head and laughed a little. I'm late on Mondays because I can never seem to find my car keys in the morning. Then he added in a whisper, I always work late on Sunday night. What are you working on? I asked the question so quickly all my words sounded like one big long one. He winked, but didn't answer. Anyway, I always forget to leave my keys where I can find them. And so I'm late to class. Then he raised his eyebrows and said, Seems you kids are running late today too. Well, that's the answer to one of our questions. Zach held up one finger. That only leaves 100 more to go. He laughed. Jacob took off Mr. Carruthers's watch and handed it back to him. Our mom's waiting. We better get out of here. Keep the watch, Mr. Carruthers said. And keep this, too. Mr. Carruthers handed Jacob the computer. He tucked the cartridge in his drawer. There was a funny twinkle in Mr. C's eye. Let's meet in the gym after school next Monday, he said. I was really excited. You bet, I said. Bo, Zach, and Jacob agreed. Jacob handed me the computer. Your sister is older. She doesn't play with your stuff, Jacob said. Our baby brother might break it if he finds it in my room. Very carefully, I put the computer into my backpack. We said goodbye to Mr. Carruthers. Then we hurried outside together. This is the beginning of a terrific adventure, Bo shouted as he went to get his bike. I was all set to walk home when Jacob asked if I wanted a ride. Sure, I answered. You're late, Mrs. Osborne said after she opened the door for us. I was getting worried. Sorry, Mom, Jacob and Zach said together. We lost track of time. Sorry, Mrs. Osborne, I added as we climbed into the van. Thanks for driving me home. Baby Gabe was in his car seat. I gave him a kiss on his head. Jacob and Zach had the cutest brother. But they were right, he would break the computer if we kept it at their house. What did you do after school today? Mrs. Osborne asked. We joined a new history club, Jacob answered. I waved to Bo as he sped off on his bike. I had a strong feeling that when Mr. C sent Bo to get his backpack, it was on purpose. Did you have a good time? Mrs. Osborne asked. It was a blast. Zach smiled. I held my backpack close and said, a blast to the past.